Hello friends, I am Vipin Sharma, Assistant Professor, ECE Department. In the previous lecture for antenna and wave propagation, till now we have discussed from basic parameter of antenna to various types of antenna. In various types of antenna, first we discuss infinitesimal dipole antenna, small length dipole antenna, half wavelength dipole antenna, and loop antenna, wire antenna, and Yagiuda antenna, low periodic antenna, spiral antenna, and many more micro strip patch antenna and various other antennas. Now we will discuss our next unit, which is unit 7 according to our syllabus, antenna arrays. So what is antenna array? Basically, as the name suggests, array is the collection of elements, similar type of elements. So is here same in antenna array, we collect we collect antennas in the form of arrays. Now what is the advantage of antenna array? Let's discuss about this. देखिए, अभी तक हमने सिंगल एंटीना पढ़ा. सिंगल एंटीना का गेन, डायरेक्टिविटी, हाफ पावर बीम विड्थ, वेरियस पैरामीटर कैलकुलेट किए. तो कई बार क्या होता है कि हमें डिजायर्ड डायरेक्शन में गेन की हाई रिक्वायरमेंट होती है और डिजायर्ड डायरेक्शन में ही डिजायर्ड डायरेक्शन ऑफ रेडिएशन पैटर्न की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. तो उस केस में क्या होता है, जो सिंगल एलिमेंट होता है वो हमारी और रिक्वायरमेंट को पूरा नहीं कर पाता. तो हम क्या करते हैं, हम ए नंबर ऑफ एंटीनास यूज करते हैं in proper arrangement. This proper arrangement, a number of antenna is called antenna array. So now discuss with this topic in details. In the previous module, we have studied individual antenna, dipole, loop, on, etc. Our analyze. The requirement for very directive antenna for long distance communication cannot be accomplished by single element antenna, as their radiation pattern is relatively wide. The directivity can be increased by increasing the dimension of radiating aperture compared to the wavelength. This approach leads to mechanical problem and also difficult from fabrication point of view. So if we need a single antenna of large directivity, then it will be very difficult to us to fabricate such kind of antenna. So there is another way to increase the electrical size of antenna, that we arrange several antenna in space and interconnect to produce a directional radiation pattern. Such a configuration of multiple radiating element to synthesize radiation characteristics not available with a single antenna is referred to as an array. Now it is you can understand now. Usually the array elements are identical for simpler design and fabrication. Nowadays, antenna arrays are becoming increasingly important in wireless communication. There are various advantages of using antenna array, which I have already discussed. I have already told you that it will be highly directional, gain will be high, and they provide diversity gain in multipath signal reception. And in now advantage of antenna arrays, in an array, provision can be made to make the fields from individual element interface constructively in some direction and cancel in some other direction. It means if we need radiation pattern in desired direction, we use their antenna array. They can provide the capability of steerable beam. They can provide a high gain by using simple antenna element. They provide a diversity gain in multipath signal reception. Now there are several design variables. There are various design parameter for array which are used to achieve the overall pattern of the array. तो अब जो हमने जो एंटीना अरेंज करने हैं, डिफरेंट एलिमेंट जो अरेंज करने हैं डिफरेंट पैटर्न में, उसके लिए कुछ डिजाइन पैरामीटर हमारे हैं. उनमें है ज्योमेट्रिकल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. वो आपका लीनियर, सर्कुलर, स्फेरिकल, रेक्टेंगुलर हो सकता है. इसका मतलब ये है कि आप एक लाइन में भी अरेंज कर सकते हो एंटीना को, एक सर्कुलर उसमें सर्कुलर अरेंजमेंट में भी, एक प्लेनर अरेंजमेंट में भी, और एक रेक्टेंगुलर अरेंजमेंट में भी. तो द रिलेटिव प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द एलिमेंट्स, इसका मतलब क्या है कि इसका मतलब ये है कि जो हमने एलिमेंट यूज किए हैं उनके बीच में डिस्टेंस कितना है, उनकी प्लेसमेंट कैसे है. और थर्ड पॉइंट है एम्पलीट्यूड ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल एलिमेंट, एक्साइटेशन एम्पलीट्यूड ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल एलिमेंट. इट मींस जो हमने वहां पे एंटीना एलिमेंट्स में जो फीडिंग प्रोवाइड की है वो उनका उस फीडिंग का एम्पलीट्यूड क्या है. एंड सेकेंड इज फेज डिफरेंस, फेज ऑफ ईच एलिमेंट. जो जितने एलिमेंट हम यूज कर रहे हैं उनमें जो हमने फीडिंग दी है उसका क्या एम्पलीट्यूड है, क्या फेज है, ठीक है, और क्या क्या रिलेटिव पैटर्न है इंडिविजुअल एलिमेंट का। नाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड द concept of array, we take example of two element array. It means we take a simple arrangement of two elements which are arranged in z direction like this. Here one dipole antenna, Hertzian dipole here, and one Hertzian dipole is here. This is symmetric about the origin along z axis. Here this distance is d by 2, this distance is d by 2. This is the point where we have to calculate the field. This point is distance from this element is r1 and this element r2, and from the origin distance of this point is r, and it makes angle theta 1 with z axis and the line joining to the point p. This is point p and the first element, and this is second element. Theta 1 and theta 2 the angle made by this point at with the element 1 and 2, and theta is the made with angle made by the point with origin. Now this figure is explained here. Let us assume the two infinitesimal horizontal dipole antenna positioned along the z-axis. The total field of the array is determined by the vector addition of the fields radiated by the individual element. The electric field pattern in YZ plane for one element is given by. In the previous lecture, if you remember in first unit, we described the field pattern of horizontal infinitesimal horizontal dipole antenna. So it will be this was the relation of the field. If you remember, you can go through the first unit notes and this expression will be there. So now we are arranging two elements, one is here, and we have to calculate field at point here. So the total field will be at that point will be sum of these field due to these two elements. So now we add these two elements, cos psi in sin theta, ये जो हमने field calculate किया for one element is j eta k I naught L upon 4 pi e raised to power minus j k r by r cos of theta. Total field will be E1 plus E2. Now here the pattern is in e raised to power minus j k r shows phase variation. Here d by 2 is the distance from origin, and this is from plus d by 2, this is minus d by 2. So we consider this deviation also. This is the field pattern when element is placed at origin. Then here we write at e raised to power minus jk r1 minus beta by 2 e raised to power minus jk r2 plus beta by 2, यानी बीटा बाय 1 यानी फील्ड एलिमेंट 1 and 2 को ऐड कर दिया हमने यहाँ पे. This is addition of these two element. If this is the field for Hertzian dipole at origin, अगर ये यहाँ पे डिस्टेंस लेंगे हम r1 डिस्टेंस e raised to power minus jk for element 1 e raised to power minus jk r1 by r1, or here distance is r1 minus r1 will be near equal to r. For amplitude it is explained later. Beta is the phase difference of the field of the two element. R1 and R2 the distance of the observation point as shown in the figure. The far field approximation of this two element array problem can be given by the relation like this. This figure here, R1, R2, R, this distance if you will calculate, this distance will be d by 2 cos theta. Yani R will be nearly equal to R2 plus d by 2 cos theta, and R1 will be equal to R plus d by 2 cos theta. Now we take approximation which we use generally. Theta 1 and theta 2 is, if this distance is very small, theta 1 and theta 2 is nearly approaches to theta, or R1 is R minus d by 2 cos theta and R2 is R plus d by 2 cos theta for phase term. And for amplitude we take R1 R2 nearly equal to R. This assumption we have already used in our second unit when we derive various types of field pattern of wire antenna or loop antenna, triangular small length dipole antenna. then the total field radiation will be, after putting these value, we will get the total field which is equivalent to this, and here we get the result. Now we describe this we describe this equation in two parts. One, this is the pattern of a single element which we have already discussed, and this term is given by array factor. So this is my array factor for two element, because we are considering here two element, and this is for the single element radiation pattern. So we can say that the total field of the array is equal to the product of the field created by a single element located at the origin and a factor which is called array factor. Okay? Thus, for a two element array of constant amplitude, the array factor is this constant amplitude we are considering. So this is array factor for two element. And normalized array factor is denoted by array factor and cos of, इसको number of elements से divide कर देंगे हम. Here number of element, this term. Here this two shows the number of element. We divide this by 2 because normalized array factor is calculated by total array factor divided by the number of elements. So this is my normalized array factor for two element array. And so the far field of a uniform two element array is given by single element radiation pattern multiplied by array factor. This is called pattern multiplication. This equation 7 which is written here shows the concept of pattern multiplication. Now from this result we can say that the array factor depends on number of elements, relative excitation, magnitude and phases, and spacing between the elements. Spacing between the element is d by 2. That d is the spacing between the elements, and beta is phase variation, and that term here E naught is E naught, which is not mentioned here, shows the amplitude. And hope you can take example to understand this. Now consider a two isotropic point source with identical amplitude. Here amplitude is identical and phase current and the spaced 1/2 wavelength apart. It means d is lambda by 2, beta is same for both the elements. In that case, two isotropic antenna placed on the z-axis with equal distance apart from the origin. The pattern of this array can be approximated by simple observation. So इसमें जो फेज डिफरेंस बीटा है वो 0 है, दोनों में सेम फेज है. डी जो है वो लैम्डा बाय 2 है. तो अभी हमें मेंशन नहीं है लैम्डा बाय 2 है, यस डी, हम अभी डी लेके चलते हैं इसको. तो सिंपली पुट वैल्यूज एंड एम्पलीट्यूड यानी मैक्सिमम एम्पलीट्यूड जो ई नोट है दोनों में वो सेम है, E1 और E2, ई नोट. सो array factor will be cos of kd cos theta plus beta by 2 after solving this equation. Now put d is lambda by 2 and beta is 0. Put these value here, array factor, and we get the final result for the above expression. So array factor will be k is equal to 2 pi by lambda, d is lambda by 2 cos theta. We don't know the value of theta at that position. So array factor is cos of pi cos theta by 2. Now array factor is maximum for theta pi by 2 and 0 for theta is equal to 0. This is array factor. Array factor will be maximum when it will be maximum when this term will be equal to 1, and this term will be equal to 1 when theta will be pi by 2. So थीटा की डिफरेंट वैल्यू के लिए एरे फैक्टर की ये वैल्यू होगी. थीटा इज 0 के लिए अगर हम थीटा यहाँ पे 0 पुट करेंगे तो cos 0 1, cos pi by 2 0. तो 0 के लिए एरे फैक्टर 0 होगा. सिमिलरली pi by 2 पुट करेंगे तो एरे फैक्टर 1 होगा. और pi by 3 पुट करेंगे तो एरे फैक्टर की वैल्यू 1/√2 होगी. ठीक है. नाउ सेकंड एग्जांपल, उसमें हमने सेम एम्पलीट्यूड लिया था और सेम फेज लिया था. अब हम क्या करते हैं कि अपोजिट फेज ले लेते हैं, एक में प्लस बीटा एक में माइनस बीटा. ठीक है. और उसी इक्वेशन को जो हमने लिखी थी वहां पे जो एरे फैक्टर कैलकुलेट किया था, नेगेटिव साइन ड्यू टू अपोजिट फेजेस। यहाँ पे हमने नेगेटिव साइन क्यों लिया? क्योंकि टोटल सम हो रहा था, तो टोटल सम में प्लस रखते थे, लेकिन यहाँ पे माइनस क्यों रखा? क्योंकि इसमें जो फेज है वो अपोजिट है 180 डिग्री, एम्पलीट्यूड सेम है, ठीक है। तो जे के डी, तो यहाँ पे आपका जो एरे फैक्टर आएगा वो 2j e नॉट साइन ऑफ के डी कोस थीटा बाई 2, और नॉर्मलाइज हम जो कैलकुलेट करेंगे वो होगा साइन पाई बाई 2 कोस थीटा फॉर डी लैम्डा बाई 2। अब ये आपका जो है थीटा की वैल्यू, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वैल्यू के लिए एरे फैक्टर की वैल्यू क्या आएगी, और ये उसका ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन। इन एग्जाम्पल 3 हमने अभी तक सिर्फ फेज में चेंज पढ़ा था, अब हम क्या करते हैं, डी की वैल्यू एक बार लैम्डा बाई 2 लेंगे और एक बार लैम्डा बाई 4 लेंगे, क्वार्टर वेवलेंथ, ठीक है, विद आइडेंटिकल एम्पलीट्यूड इन फेज क्वाड्रेचर, ठीक है। करंट्स एंड स्पेस इज 1/2 वेवलेंथ। तो यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, एम्पलीट्यूड सेम है, ठीक है, बीटा जो है वो पाई बाई 2 है, फेज डिफरेंस दोनों में, और जो डी है वो लैम्डा बाई 2 है, और उसके रिस्पेक्ट में हमने कैलकुलेशन की, हमने एरे फैक्टर कैलकुलेट किया, दिस इज माय एरे फैक्टर, वैल्यू पुट की हमने सब में, के डी कोस थीटा प्लस क्या होता था, के डी कोस थीटा प्लस डी, डी इज द स्पेसिंग, के डी कोस थीटा प्लस बीटा, so k is 2 pi by lambda, d is lambda by 2, and beta is pi by 2. Put these values here, you get your result like this. This will be your answer, and array factor will be cos of pi by 2 cos theta plus pi by 4. Here with different value of theta, different value of array factor is shown in the table, and you can easily calculate, and this is your graphical representation of this variation. Hope you clear these terms. In the next chapter we will further we will discuss in next lecture. Till then, bye and thank you.